Alright, hello all you crazy people out there, this is Dragonite, and welcome back to the Harvest December demo. So, we just finished witnessing a rather awkward conversation on the boys' side, and a rather slightly less awkward conversation on the girls' side. And now we're back at What's-His-Face's house. Want more tea? By the way, if you didn't know already, I'm not the best with names, so, like, I know I've seen this guy's name plenty of times, but it's gonna take at least a couple more times before I actually commit it to memory. Anyway. If we're at Sine's right now, I'm sure I'd be the topic of gossip for the evening, and that way, I'm glad we're here. Alright, you guys, look, the program's getting into the juicy bits now. We're sitting in Kawai's room, that's it, Kawai, picking on snacks and having hot tea. Isn't it pathetic that two guys are getting stuck here instead of partying outside with girls? Look, you two, ooh, that's steamy. What exactly are you watching on television? It's either like a documentary on boiling water or something questionably safe for work. Both Kawai and I were drinking as much hot tea as we could to warm our bodies. No matter how much we drank, tea quickly turned cold, leaving us shivering on the floor of Kawai's messy room. Come on, drink up or you die of the cold. Cold. Why don't you put the heater on? The thermometer near Kawai's desk read just under 0 degrees. I assume that's Celsius, because if that was Fahrenheit, that would be, not fun. No, I won't allow it. I noticed you're in shorts, by the way. A protesting growl came from behind Kawai, cutting through the high-pitched, lewd voices coming out of the TV set. The god of Tagami had acquired a taste for raunchy, melodramatic soap opera aired during this time. Oh, fun. The action going on in the show was giving us an education of a different sort. I assume it's not on the mechanics of boiling water, although we try not to look at the screen because, well, frankly, it was awkward. I don't like it when it's warm, Shiro said with her eyes leaving the screen. Without her eyes leaving the screen. Completely different meaning there. She was hugging a bucket of ice cream, shoveling large spoonfuls into her mouth. Oh, so that's what that was. I wasn't sure what that was in the picture. Her cheeks inflated like a chipmunk from the effort. You're eating ice cream? Yes, and I want more. Be a good mortal and bring me some offerings. I looked at Kawai and sighed. Shiro-sama, will you melt if it got too warm? I'm not Yuki-onna. So no, I wouldn't die even if it was hot. She glanced at us. However, because you mortals believe I am a god from snowy lands, I'm more comfortable in that element. I hate it when it's warm. You mean you're affected by our beliefs? Now I am. She gave a short reply. Then she turned back to the TV, engrossed. Now? Did that mean... Was it different in the past? Tell me, mortal. This man has a lover, but he can't be satisfied with just one. He goes off getting into relationships with all sorts of women, and has gotten himself in trouble of it. Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Are all men of your species like this? Well, the main character is not making it, easy to say no about that, is it? Well, that's awkward. I didn't have an answer, so I looked away. In the TV screen, a man was standing by the ledge of a cliff with several women slowly advancing on him. Oh. Is that like foreshadowing of some sort? I suppose it has something to do with our primal instincts having the need to breed. Oh. Kawai, that was convincing coming from you. Please, don't suddenly decide if you remember my name while we're on this topic, or rather, I'll have, you know, I prefer a monogamous relationship, and I'm pretty normal when it comes to my chosen woman. It's Masaki here who has peculiar tastes. Yeah, I noticed. Really, tell me more. I mean, for one, he's saying this goddess, or whatever you are. Wow, what a nice friend you are, Kawai. He's got this photograph... For someone who did well on SAT reading, I've never seen that word before. But whatever they are, they're books of girls in kimono. He gets his kicks from girls that show no skin. Now, I say that's a guy on a whole new level. Yeah, usually it goes the other way, doesn't it? That's kinda sick, actually. Shows he has a perverted imagination. However, I am a god, so I shall show my benevolence. Don't worry, Masaki. I'm not going to treat you any different. You are too kind. So do you have the urge to have several lovers too, Masaki? I pretended not to hear that. Kawai was looking smug. He must be feeling pretty pleased with himself for putting me in an awkward situation. I mean, what are friends for, right? We were finally getting warm from all the tea. The sound of a man screaming and several women shouting angrily flowed continuously from the TV set. Shiro kept commenting on each scene, throwing difficult questions about human nature at us now and then. It was strangely exhausting, and she's going to drive me mad, Kawai muttered. My sentiments exactly. Same here, from the narrator. from Dragonite, from whatever I'm supposed to address myself in the context of this visual novel. Oh look! It says the next show is named The Kimono Beauty Mysteries. Murder in the Hot Springs. Sounds like something right up your alley, Misaki. Please, no. She looks a lot like Yuki. The girl in the trailer of the TV drama smiled and waved at the audience. Oh, Yuki's a lot prettier, and a way lot younger, Kawai laughed. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't feel like I deserve to be smiled at. It makes me feel guilty. You mean... I nodded. He was referring to the reason why there was a space between me and Yuki. The reason why I couldn't take a step further in our relationship. I feel like there would be several reasons, but never mind. The reason why I couldn't give her what she wanted. The reason was because... Okay, I was gonna say you're like 17 also, but I guess that works. Alright, jumping back to the girl side of the discussion. Misaki doesn't love me. Oh, we were just talking about you, Yuki mumbled in a small voice after a long stretch of silence. I know it. It was a vulnerable admission, but Yuki's expression didn't change one bit. Are you listening? Yeah, I am. Although Yuki gave an impression of being a stealer girl and capable above her years, Mijo knew under the iron facade Yuki had a heart softer than most. It was past 7 in the evening. The eatery was getting busy, and Sene was helping out by waiting tables as she usually did. Her funny exclamations of "Hawa" or "Uwa" were heard now and then, but she didn't look as if she was overwhelmed by the amount of customers at all. But how can you stand going out with somebody that doesn't love you? The problem is, I love him no matter what. Love, that's so you. But you're just going to hurt yourself if it continues to go on like this. What should I do? Yuki covered her face with her hands. A few locks of her hair escaped from her fingers, running down the backs of her hands like black silk. Shame on you, Mijo. You made her cry. Sene came over, still wearing her navy apron. It appeared she had finished her work. It's not me that made her cry, it's Misaki-san. They were that two-timing cheater. You should use Kubikirimaru on him. I got it, I think. Yeah, give it to him. Let him know physically, if he can't get it mentally. Yuki sat up straight and sighed. She had a small pout on her lips and stared at the menu on the counter. But whatever punishment or forgiveness I give won't change a thing. Unless he changes how he feels. I'm making all the effort, but nothing gets through. Why? And that wasn't very long. I guess I'll continue. It was my way of protecting myself. Shiro had enough TV for the day, and he was fast asleep, hugging the empty ice cream bucket to her chest. When I accepted her, I looked at Shiro. I felt like I needed a way to balance things out. And you decided to date Yuki just for that reason. I felt like I like things that are unreal. Yuki was unreal too. I suppose she can be. Love at first sight. Kawai wasn't looking convinced at all. He openly showed annoyance on his face. So what are you trying to balance out, as you say? Are you putting a god and a human on a seesaw? I don't even know myself, but the situation feels safe for me. Are you in love with Shiro? No, I'm not in love with her either. I don't understand at all. Me neither. Again. Kawai was completely right. I didn't understand it either. I would often think about it, go in circles, and come back to the same place again. I didn't love them. I didn't hate them, but I liked having a connection with them. What was I doing? What did I want? What? Hey. Kawai gave me a thumbs up. Don't think about it too much. I say, make yourself love Yuki. Get married with her, have kids, and by the time you know it, you won't even have to worry about stuff like this. That generally isn't how it works, as I understand it. I mean, to be fair, I don't have a whole lot of experience with dating people or anything, but, you know. I imagine the future, having kids with Yuki, my face burned at the thought. Hey, why are you blushing like that? Anyway, that's my piece of advice. You mean I should disrupt the balance? What are you talking about? You don't even know what that balance is. But I haven't found any reason to decide on either of them. Kawai scowled. You need a reason. Alright, running back to the girl side. These segments are getting shorter and shorter. Anything could be the reason. I like how these conversations run together even though they're not in the same, like, place. They're two different conversations. Anyway, Misaki-kun might look like the calm type, but he's not really. Poke him a little, and the cool exterior starts to crack. Just push him over and keep a tight leash on him. Yeah, just do it, Mijo explained through a mouthful of stewed pork. But I've already tried all that I can, and there's no change whatsoever. We're just saying, get your eggs fertilized and you'll be alright. Sine, that's so forget it. Mijo wrinkled her nose. It was Sine, after all. Are you saying I should use physical force? Don't go headbutting him. Don't go headbutting him. Lure him into a trap and cut off all his escape routes. What is going on here? We'll help. What kind of friends are you? We can use my big brother too. You are horrible people. The terrors of having a tyrant for a sister. You remind me of Mashiro. Mom? All three girls looked up at Yumi. What about my mother? Yumi was an old friend of Yuki's mother from young. You're both so similar. I'm confident things will work out just fine. She smiled to herself and walked away to chat with another customer. What was that all about? Yuki looked confused. Everything will be fine. Leave it to us. Sine and Mijo grinned reassuringly. Thank you. Yuki bowed her head graciously. Let's go home. It was already dark. Outside the Golden Bow. Alright, so, with that, I'm going to leave it here. And, I really need another drink of water, because I've been talking pretty much non-stop for the last 50 minutes. I said I was going to be done with that whole, leader by the end of this recording session, and I'm almost there. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that, because I sure did. My name is Dragonite, and I will see you all later.